got dole?
Dole?
How much is the toll?
He's got it.
$2?
He got it.
5. I wish to.
I think this lane's closed.
Fucking ball sacks, man.
Or no, this is a fast track only. Sorry.
Killer.
Is this Killer Cam?
Killer Cam.
Cash and cash.
He's back. This is that new killer.
How much is it?
I saw a kite once, I fucking hate kites. In a query, a fury, a furry, a rough touch, from the pines hurry. I flew that fucking kite and raised my snifter high. I might have lost it over a pin girl, but it was yesterday's. If it bleeds above the fold. Then it was a hello to my salad days and a goodbye to the youth of my years. Raised me a pint of clusterfuck to ring in the new year is only a half wink away from the grave. These are the days where I will twine the sweepings of my fears with dreams. Shove this thought into a microwave so it can thaw. Sweep my clusterfuck into my lust. Paint my half wink onto my grave. Max Kahn, a humble man, died yesterday, May 1st, 1953. He was a man of light and color. He went too soon, left by his wife and 3 sons. There was an obituary, but it was forgotten in ink, and then a tenor sang. That too was an epiphany. We all danced to Phil Spector's Wall of Sound and felt guilty in the morning when we were subpoenaed. Suppose I open an arbitrary door, and out rolls amazing scenes of glitter, fluttering songbirds projected from a carousel wheel. That 2 lovers sit on top of stranded in lust tongues licking nervous salt, SOS blinking. Fuck you, go away, the SOS was a mistake. Repair my souls. What if people were cars and cars were us and they left us outside, parked us to face, only using us to work, to fuck, to carry? I'd be a 67 Rambler. I'd rather be a tongue stranded in salt, St. Peter whistling Dixie, a self-portrait of the author waking toppings. Are you typing? Okay.
I haven't used it in a while, so...
Is it rubbing out?
I think we just reverse the situation so we can just leave it like... Yeah.
So it's done.
No, it's just... I had to flip the situation.
I had to flip the situation.
Should we put it back in?
No, I mean, I think it's down to the... I just was going to try to...
17, actually. 19. I'll keep going.
No, the best is 17, guys. Seriously, no.
More,
like,
it's weird.
If you pay attention to, like, no. One of my favorite numbers is 17, the other one is 21. My first favorite number was 21 for a lot of years, 21. You know?
Blackjack.
Well, yeah, something like that. So, like, when I was, like, yeah. And I played
What number
sports a
is
lot.
what number is Jim Carrey obsessed with? 23 or something?
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, thank you. 23. Good to see you. Have a great night. Good to see you in February.
Have you seen the South Park about like sex education, and then at the end of the episode, it's like, what is the age where we should have sex? And then the chef's like, 17. And then the parents are like, what if that's like too young? What if they're not ready? And he's like, no, 17.
I mean,
There's a clear line.
No matter what.
Realistically, yeah. Because think about it. We go into puberty. We go into puberty at like around, all of us get around to it around like 13 or 14, you know? And then like by 17, we're horned out, dude. Yeah, we need to have like somewhat conscious, safe sex at that age.
If you're able to dress yourself,
I remember when I was in 6th grade, like, I was talking to these two kids in my science class, and they're like, you haven't had sex yet? And they started making fun of me, and I was like, it's 6th grade. Like, at the time, I was like, oh my god, am I supposed to have done this? And then later, I was like,
I didn't have it till I was
there's no
6th
way.
grade, man.
in 6th grade, it was
I
like
was around
Power
people who
Rangers
had
for me.
it.
I was like into weird
I was
shit.
around
Not
people
girls.
who did it though, you know, and I was like, wow.
Wow, that's
6th grade,
disturbing.
doing that. You know, it was like whatever. They're doing their thing. They were on like some other level than I was.
In 7th grade, I got taught how to put on a condom in the 7th grade lockers. I got taught to, my friend, she pulled out like a pack of condoms and she was like, read the box to me. She's like, you should know how to put on a condom. They're not going to teach you here. So she taught me how to put on a condom.
In what? In 7th grade?
Hey,
In 7th
nobody
grade.
else teaches you how to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? My health class never taught me to do that shit.
Well, yeah,
She's great.
they don't let you have sex at all.
Exactly. Right? And that's fucked up. That's fucked up, man.
Right? They don't want.
We should learn how to have
They just
sex
don't
in
want
a
babies.
responsible way.
They just don't want
I know.
babies with babies.
But people, no matter what, people are gonna be having sex. No matter what.
Well, yeah.
So
as soon as
people
you're
gotta be
sexually
honest,
active,
man.
then you have the ability.
Some
to
people
want
are.
and have.
Some people are gonna be doing
I
it.
took this child psychology class, and I was just thinking about this because of what we were talking about. But they claimed, like from the data, that if they educate people on like safe sex practices and not just abstinence, then the rate of pregnancies don't go up.
Right.
But like I'm sure I don't know.
Yeah,
It
you
seems like
ask
at least,
somebody not to do something and they want to do it more, you know?
Yeah, but it
you
seems-
make it this forbidden thing.
at the
Yeah.
same time,
You're just asking the curiosity of human beings
It
to
seems
collapse.
like by saying
It's
like
the story of the Garden of Eden.
it seems like by saying like if you're going to do it, then do this. It seems like at the same time a few more people would at least be like we that makes it seem safer.
America needs to be more sexually honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
America needs to be more sexually honest. That's it. Boom. That gets it right there. I like that. America needs to be more sexually. Dude, I love that. That's so tight. That's so tight.
I was trying to hear it. Yeah, no, that's dope.
So, I'll read from the beginning. Alright. For a cold minute, my life would be over. For a minute, my life was a cold dinner, as I meditated on my enormous splinters, back bending forfeit, denied this pledge, quality over quantity. Witness death is to pursue happiness. Deepak Chopra reading jewel poetry for inspiration. I saw a Gosling jaywalk, singing along to a pre-war gospel song, withering from a 64. Swing low, old man river. Drive your chariot across the chemical-streaked sky. Let my shadow play tricks on my mind. I am one for now, but sometimes I am. I used to be a punk screamer. Now I am a dog walker for Steve Rosenbuck. Putting myself through veterinarian school. Thanks for the motivation. Now I am a dog scrambling around in a moon yard. Now I am a neon sign pledging its gospel. Wear a hat inside my home and burn your clothes. In a laundromat, wishing there was a bootleg cassette of Casey Kasem, cooing there was never a day music died. Oh my fucking goodness, wow. Then an ambulance ruptured the white noise with dulcet tones.
Whoa, what? The ambulance ruptured the white noise?
With dulcet tones.
Ugh, that's gross.
Hurry, bring me a vibraphone, a cello, and a player-tapped piano, a hammer and a box of nails. This is a symphonic heat wave in Wales during Christmas. erect elect is to populist problems. People will always lose their shit, and their shit smells amazing. In this winter wonderland, and an ark, and a haberdasher, oh how we are warm and fuck.
Wait, how we are warm and fuck. Yes. Guys.
How to end it?
You did well, sir. Man. Ugh. I love it. I love it.
You
What? What? Does it have an eye on it? How do I go back?
Go back or
To the next line? This?
Yeah.
Like this? For a minute, my life is oh, this is the real version, this is the fake. I think that stuff that we've typed and stuff that we've written or whatever, where's the boundaries? I mean, those things are like us too, you know what I mean? But
I like that. Well, see, I don't have as big of a problem as like someone writes something about themselves. It's like they're like the what's the word? Or like the curated version of something that someone gives you, like a journalist that's done an interview or.
Because the nature of it is that you're going to be selective and you're going to just pluck things out of it.
Right.
If you wrote like a memoir or like an autobiography, you're not going to write about every day of your life.
That's
you're
true.
Going to choose
That's
and
true.
select things
That's
that
true.
stand out. But I think that's beautiful.
Right.
I don't think that's like some limiting, ugly thing. I think that's.
I mean,
like
we do that
really
face to
cool.
face too. We do that face to face. We present. I'm presenting you with.
Yeah, and that's what I love
ideas.
about biographers because a lot of them
They dig in.
either talk to
They dig
that
in.
person face to face or talk to a person who has talked to that person face to face.
I love it.
So they get all sides. You know?
If you could be one of the Golden Girls, which ones would you be?
I'd probably be Rose in real life.
Rose? I'll be
Yeah.
Sophia.
You
And
right?
everyone wants no. Like in real life, I'm a
I'll be
Rose.
Sophia,
Like
totally.
I'm from like I lived in Minnesota for a while, moved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I'm not retired or anything like that, or an old woman by any means, but like I got those old Minnesota stories like Rose has, like those dumb, long, weird named people.
I think
Yeah.
I like Dorothy's body. So.
Yeah,
And she
that's
was
true.
the cousin of, no, was she the cousin? I think she was the granddaughter.
Sophia.
You just go on and on with yeah, old people stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like old people stories. I listen to old person story all day.
I'm the
Yeah,
worst.
see, I love really old people and really like young kids that just go off on a rant.
Young kids are like, it's just like they're talking about people you have no fucking idea. You're like, I don't know
Dude, their
this kid
imagination is just
that
nuts.
you're telling me
Like,
about.
And they say some profound shit sometimes, man. I love it. Like my nephew, I feel like my nephew's like way smarter than I am. He's like 5.
Well, I think that
But then you say, what is intelligence?
intelligence is.
What is
I think that's a
knowledge?
wrong way to frame it. It's probably.
Well, yeah, I'm
you
just
ha-
being playful with
the
it,
way
but, like-
your perceptions are probably different. Like maybe there's advantages to his perceptions and
No
ours.
doubt.
Yours. And
No
that's
doubt.
what I mean.
And I also
And
think
that's
that
probably
he's just like
valid.
he's like a bright little kid for some reason, man. Like his memory is fucking insane. It's like his brain is like a steel trap.
Just takes in everything.
Yeah, and it just
That's
keeps
great.
you there.
That's
Yeah,
good.
it just keeps you there.
That's a good mind to have.
Well, how much does he have there?
Hopefully.
You know, he doesn't have anything to
No,
push
for
out of
sure.
the way, so it's just
For
like
sure, no.
it's just like an
I've been
instant.
writing about that. Like my brain is like a hard drive. I'm like, My brain is like a hard drive and it's filling up with space and I gotta clear it out. Just like
Even in hard
drive,
drives,
you gotta clear out the space.
when you defrag,
Yeah, defrag.
yeah, when you defrag a hard drive, that information's still there. So like you still lose. Hard drives degrade over time, so you still lose information, or information is never completely deleted. So like people can come in years later and find all that old stuff that's on there.
That's cool.
But it's there, it's just forgotten, you know what I mean? Like your computer couldn't ever recall it, but somebody can come back into it and find it later.
Right.
Just like brains. They've already connected like the first optics, man, the first size came out this week.
It's going
Sweet.
back. Alright.
Computer like a brain, you know.
Is this my steps? Justin told me about his third invisible foot and how he has trouble finding shoes for it.
Does it make you a better dancer?
Why do guys can't?
He trips less though. It's
No.
pretty handy. It's like a little it's like training wheels for your legs.
Hey man, he's stable. He's wearing boat shoes. He ain't falling.
It's like training.
Belucers.
It's like training wheels for your legs. Maddie, write that down.
Type this down.
Also say Maddie, write that down.
Maddie, write that down. It's training wheels for your legs. Thank you. I don't want to write anything because my fingers hurt, but
Your fingers.
You still want to hammer because it hurts.
what?
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Was it good? It fit.
Yeah. Right after my first line, I just said like training wheels for your legs, and it kind of like oddly
Were
worked.
you snorting the dessert?
No, I was trying to figure out.
Well, this is fun. I'm glad I came over.
No, you're not.
No, I am.
You ruined the day. You came over.
It's not that I thought I wouldn't have fun. This was nice.
Yeah.
Hanging with you guys and yelling at you to write things down. It's great. Feels good.
No, I'm really glad that we all write when we hang out sometimes. Because
We do that.
believe me,
Not always good. It's not always bad.
who gives a fuck?
It doesn't matter. It's just kind of it
It's
is
fun.
what it is.
And it usually is like interesting to me
It's
when I
fun
read it.
stuff.
And like, yeah, it's good. I like it. More than anything, it's just exciting, you know. And like, why not have it as some, you know, as writers, we should.
Well, it's such a lonely process.
Yeah, we should like join together and like celebrate language, you know.
It's such a lonely, private thing to do. Sometimes you can,
It doesn't have to be though.
it doesn't have to be, but it mostly is.
Yeah,
It-
but
it
even
doesn't have
just,
to be.
but hey, hold on now.
But it is.
Does being by yourself automatically constitute loneliness?
No.
That's the question, you know? Because, like, if you're writing
A
by
healthy
yourself,
amount of lonely.
what's up?
Healthy amount of lonely. I'm usually always lonely, but I'm also okay with being alone.
I'm lonely too, but at the same time, I always wonder.
This is the way it goes. I don't like being alone unless I feel alone.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can be alone and not be lonely because lonely connotes, like,
What do you think? Dustin?
negative.
This is-
You feel negative about being.
Everyone's in it the
Alone.
wrong way. It's cool with me.
I don't mind being
What
alone
do you
unless
think,
I feel alone. That's it. That's all it is.
What is?
What do you think about the distinctions between being alone, and loneliness?
I think it's a good topic. I don't know. what you're about.
Loneliness is when like you've spent so much time alone, you're missing other like contact
Totally.
with people.
It's ephemeral, dude. Don't worry about it.
It is. It's totally. But like
No, but
the thing
that's
is,
real,
like,
right
I
there.
like being alone. I'm totally
too.
cool.
Me
Like
too.
not having contact with people for days at a time.
Yeah.
But a lot
But
of
you
people-
don't feel necessarily lonely.
No, I don't.
Exactly, that's the thing. I spend a lot of
No,
time
because
alone
I
too,
can
and I don't
spend-
necessarily feel lonely
I can
all
spend
the time.
days at a time alone, and I can call Joe or you or anybody and be like, hey, what's going on?
But you have a girlfriend.
I know.
So that made you hang out with that person
I'm
probably
with her
every day.
yeah, I'm with her all the time.
But now,
So-
can you be lonely with people?
Oh yeah, buenos manos. That's what. What do they say?
Don't forget about that, man.
No, absolutely. I miss you when you're around. I feel lonesome when you're around. Yeah, that's
So,
it.
but like, I lived alone for like close to 2 years by myself. No one around.
Yeah.
And like I was really cool with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you.
So like if I wanted to hang out with people, I call them, but didn't.
Right. No, I would love to live in the like. I thought
In the
about it today. I
wilderness?
was like, well, I love kind of, but I either want to live in like a one bedroom or like probably just stay where I'm at. That's what I realized today. I either want to stay where I am, or if I move out of that, I want to find like a sweet one bedroom.
If I were a studio, like you hold yourself.
Yeah, for sure. No. Yeah.
I should have told her. Look me up in the DSM under letter B. There she could have found the half-truth of my personality disorder. But truthfully, she'll remember me from the headlines, sticking out like the distant woods, her eyes. But what color were they? I thought they were something between a pond in Georgia and a lake in Arkansas. Something between an abandoned building in Detroit and an architectural blatancy. Something between a piano storm and a flood of hail. But honestly, I'll never get back to the time before I put the pand in pandemonium. But I wished for better days in a time of doves. Something between a falsetto and a kick to the nads. Murder she wrote through the streets of Nashville, lamb chop talking Robert Altman blues. I believed in a fanfare and film noir, but there was nothing in the end but a bullet hole or a denouement masquerading as an orgasm. The song in my head was in key of free jazz, a baritone warped sax solo warbling in my throat. Goodbyes are always easy. A week later, lying to yourself in the shower. If she called, would I answer goodbye? But there are tornadoes in my room at night, calling me awake like ghosts or a garbage truck most mornings. Memory is a fragmented thing, a mere puzzle piece, or my mornings are ghosts dancing to warbling jazz. But if a tornado sang a song in baritone, in my room at night I'd tell the sky, you are not my father. Ready yourself for quantified utilitarianism. Become more than the sins of your father. Vices are better in trios, smokes, liquor, and the paper is almost gone and I'll forgive you.
No, it does. Like holding a space. Yeah. You know, I sort of pulled that from Sam Shepard's idea in Very Child. And what that would usually do is like, from an actor's perspective, so they'll forget who they are and just perform during their head. It's hard. It's sort of like a whale call. Yeah. They'll laugh at it. Great.
Not.
Yeah, being there, which is really freaking nice. I love that shit, yeah. Sometimes we're successful. Whatever. It's okay. Tell you for good taste. And then it got like, yeah, I am. Jordan,
Actors, right?
It reminded me of James Franco.
That's what they said. Didn't they say he looked like James Franco? You gotta look like James Franco. Sometimes. Or skinny.
It's funny because James Franco.
James Franco.
Yeah.
He actually played James Dean in a TBS movie.
Yeah, I know.
It was interesting.
Yeah, he actually he worked in the McDonald's on Hollywood Boulevard for like a year, and then he joined the New West Theater with Jeff Goldblum and stuff, and that's sort of how it got started. I don't know about all the PhDs, but now he's like friends with Rumpusford out here in San Francisco, right? Yeah. Stephen Elliott, right? They're doing like that film together.
Okay. Yeah, he's getting MFAs or something.
He's got an MFA.
He's got one from St. Mary's.
And two PhDs
And he's
now.
getting a PhD, you know. And he has
They call him the modern day Renaissance man.
MFA.
He's got the money, he's got the power, might as well do whatever the fuck.
He's got the look. He's got the looks.
Is there any kind of party that we were doing or anything like that?
I don't know. That's why I think we're trying to figure something out. Yeah. Trying to find out an after. If this is R. Kelly, we just go to a local Holiday Inn, you know. But it isn't. It's just not there yet.
Go to the Holiday Inn. Everyone's wearing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I won't have. So I won't. Not for a couple hours at least. Sometimes you just gotta dance. Sometimes you just gotta dance. You gotta practice. You gotta keep it constant. Dancing is, you know,
You guys, are you hungry?
the it. Whatever, man.
Like one of the main things I learned in 2012 for me was that like a reminder of the fact that we're all like animals. Like humans essentially are all animals. Like we have, you know, this type of awareness and memory that allows us to really like reflect on things and to potentially change things and all this stuff. Like we're in this weird condition when it comes to the animal kingdom. But nevertheless, we're all animals. And when it comes to our fundamental desires, a lot of times those fundamental desires are still based on very fundamental, primitive, animalistic terms. And like, the thing is for me, when I start thinking about that, it's kind of liberating and empowering because I realize that I do have a choice in a way, but I realize that my foundation is very like primitive. Even though it's 2013 and we have all these things, like, I think that like definitely on a sexual level and unfortunately on like a violent level, you know what I mean? Like there's always been war. I think there's always going to be war. And I think when you realize that is a very animalistic tendency and instinct, then you realize, oh shit, this sucks. But it's the nature of existence. It's the nature of the human being.
Are you saying like the beast?
Yeah, in a certain way, yeah, for sure. I mean, the human condition is very much like dictated by the beast or whatever you want to call it, the dark side. But it's also dictated by some weird optimism that you can always find. And so it's like a really hard situation as humans, I think, especially as Western, I mean, in a certain way, as Western human beings, because we're like living in this very complacent, like almost convenient place, very much convenient place. And the thing is like, we realize that we have it pretty easy. And we also realize that there's so much struggle going on in the world at large, and that we shouldn't be complacent. And so we're in this big struggle between, especially people who enjoy literature, any sort of forward-thinking mentality. Like, we are aware that we're living in somewhat of a fucked up situation, but we're also feeling really fortunate because, I mean, in the United States, like, we don't have to look, we don't have to look back and think about somebody trying to cap us every moment, like, we're not worried about getting my Mazda, like, car bombed, and you know what I mean, like, so I think that in a lot of ways we're really lucky on a more universal level, and I think that we know that on a very fundamental level, but at the same time, we're, like, the United States is very much governed by entertainment, I mean, in a lot of ways, we spend more money on entertainment than anything else, and I'm not saying that that's a good or a bad thing, it's just like, that's the way it is, and so the United States is very much concerned with entertainment, and I think that can be good and bad, because I don't think there's anything wrong with being quote-unquote entertained, and finding pleasure in the everyday, because in my mind, I don't believe in some sort of religious afterlife. So it's just like, this is all I have, this is all I know, this is all I got, and it's like, this is all I have to work with. And so I think when something entertains you, it's like, well, what's so bad about being entertained in this short life that we live? Like, in a certain way, I think that we're here to entertain each other. But I also think that you have to be critical of that. And you have to entertain and also, touch people on a deeper level than just entertainment, in my mind.
Sleep with the fishes. I want to tie my lamp onto my head like a balloon and sprint around the desert with the sun painted on my chest. Let's run until we reach a bleak paradise who said wilderness could be simultaneously fierce. I wonder if fish smell so bad in the ocean like they do gutted, filleted, and flanked. Maybe it's death that stinks in seawater or not. Decide now whether to jump or keep treading. Decide now whether to camp in domesticated jungle or pour my cup of wine into a well hay. Fish my neckties out of the swamp. We are made of water but cannot act as water. Water acts so dull until I act upon it with coarse coral, a project of mollusks, townhouses, homes, and practical schools. Now let's think like squid, in order of legs, vanquish euthanasia before the euthanasia kill. Before the truth in my prison is a projector on the wall. Before the paranoia of my shortcomings becomes a cosmic fire show. I refuse to part with my bleak ocean, I refuse to run without a gut of fierce wine. After the hordes become a HOA, they finally have security after the question I spit at the reporter. I defuse this time bomb with kindness, I defuse this sinking ship with buckets. My body is a homeowner association, my spit fills up a ship of questions. I reach into the wilderness of my gut for a practical townhouse. My upper lip is stiff as nails, my esophagus forgives no one. I reach for a breath in this rampant bedroom, for I have a choice but to expel gills.
In the middle of a bar in the middle of we always see the mountain in the middle of winter is a desert in the summer. Each back hunched, winslet and cute cheeks. We squint eyes over the fire singing visions of Johanna, hoping. The country radio wasn't so soft, and the line breaks weren't so questionable. There was feet stomping madness, where the field was dried up before the spring. Haystacks overwhelmed us, swelled the landscape. There's a certain amount of pavement in memory. Half-truth lies are convincing. Ginger slings often bring out the marvelous. The street hustle of parades and glitz. I looked toward the mountain and opened its lids. Sonnet number 2,456,896,098,345. If I was a beach, I know you'd sit at my shore, but never swim, just read Fitzgerald's. Tender is the night, smelling salt in the air, but bourbon in your heart. If I swam in your heart, I'd smell your salt. I'd drink the bourbon from your tender night. Help me compare my desire to a barren desert. If you were to dip a toe, leaving a trail of grins. Remember, reflections are harder to see in the daylight. Harder to see when you're not looking at all. My daylight is harder to see when it's spoiling. My heart sure is crowded with fire trucks. I splash my toes into a pool of bourbon. You leave before dark. Before I speak up in crashes, you bury me in the pins of a cactus.
I mean, I was in acoustic punk band in high school called Lesbian Propaganda. Dude, that sounds like the title to a record or a song. It sounds like a title to a song. I was in a acoustic punk band in high school, but a lesbian ruined it. No, her band name was Lesbian Propaganda.
Lesbian Propaganda.
Our songs either were pro-lesbian or pro like BDSM,
Nice.
and or anti-Catholic priest raping men type thing. Because I had one song about a priest raping a boy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that was the one time I got like kicked off the stage because they didn't like it. But they liked my anti-gap.
Fuck yeah.
Nah, Dustin.
My turn?
Yep, you're second, man. Yeah. Oh, dude, I love this song. Solo Tom York.
Yeah, dude, it's just fun shit. Yo.
But this is a remix, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is
I'm
tight.
gonna-
No, I like it.
I'm gonna play something else though.
Oh, no.
I haven't heard this band in a while.
Bye.